Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Saudi edition of the DigiPay Summit organized by Khalij Times. We would like to thank our sponsors, Visa, our exclusive payment partners, and Teller, our associate partner, for showing massive trust in our capabilities and making this event possible. The theme of 2020 DigiPay Summit is the future of digital payments. The digital payments industry has moved from phasing out cash to soon replacing it, and organizations realizing this are moving aggressively to have a digital payment focused infrastructure. The kingdom's plans for diversifying are now fast being fueled by digital first businesses, and legacy businesses are now going digital in line with the future needs of the customers. A robust and a secure payment infrastructure is not only the need for the hour, but also a major contributor in the success of companies' digital plans. Khalij Times, with its expansive reach and thought leadership, has taken charge by bringing together business and technology leaders who are tasked with working out business models with a digital focus, along with the ones who will be executing this plan. The Saudi edition of DigiPay Summit plans to set the right narrative for the digital payments industry going forward. So without further ado, let's begin. For the very first session to talk about the state of digital payments in KSA, I would like to invite Mr. Ali Bailoun, the general manager for KSA from Visa. Ali is responsible for overall strategy of the KSA, including business development, resource optimization, and building long-term relationship with Visa's clients, government, regulators, and other key stakeholders to drive the adoption of cashless payments and digital transformation in the kingdom. Welcome, Ali, and looking forward for a deep understanding of the state of digital payments in the KSA. Ali, your mic is off.
Sorry, it's always the technology. Thank you. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and partners, a very good morning, good afternoon, and I hope you all are staying safe. Thank you for joining us for the opening session of the Future of Digital Payments Summit. I would like to thank Khalij Times for organizing this event and thank our esteemed speakers for taking out the time from their busy schedules to be here with us today. Digitization of payments and business recovery and ultimately economic growth go hand in hand. It's no secret that the past 8 months have been an unimaginable experience from every human being on the planet. We've seen 100 years, and there is no person or business anywhere in the world that can say that haven't been impacted by the coronavirus outbreak in some way or another. Small and medium businesses have been hit particularly hard and are continuing to struggle, most as the pandemic continues. Visa's COVID-19 Impact Tracker, our ongoing survey of merchants and consumers across the Central Europe, Middle East, and Africa region, found that more than 93% of small businesses in Saudi Arabia have seen their revenues negatively impacted following the outbreak. Even according to the Impact Tracker, small businesses in the kingdom, which makes up more than 99% of the nation's private sector and employ over 70% of the country's workforce, saw a staggering 67% fall in average consumer spending during the pandemic. On the other side, consumers in Saudi admit that they are spending 54% less, although merchants suggest they are spending even less than that. But this impact hasn't just been a result of reduced spending in the current economic situation. It's because consumers in Saudi Arabia have made changes to their shopping behavior, including, for example, buying online or from businesses offering contactless payment options. Our Impact Tracker found that the pandemic has driven nearly 2/3 of consumers in Saudi Arabia, 66%, to do their shopping online, Consequently, 58% of cash-only merchants in the kingdom have suffered a drop in revenues during the pandemic. These numbers are most critical for every business to take note of, because close to half of consumers have said they intend to continue the same habits post-pandemic. Given how consumers' behavior has been impacted by COVID-19, we need to help businesses of all sizes get online and easily, and to ensure a great, smooth, secure, and frictionless experiences. But despite their willingness to adapt to the new trends, our studies have found that merchants in the region and across the globe still have concerns about shifting from their businesses online or increasing online presence, highlighting the need for additional support to help SMBs transition to digital. And so we have to find ways for businesses to go on as usual, no matter what. Bottom line, digital payments are no longer a nice to have option. When it comes to overcoming the challenges created by the pandemic, as we all search for ways for businesses not to just survive, but also thrive, today, I wanted to bring to your attention 4 important trends that we see impacting this from different perspectives. Together with our partners, we can help businesses, economies ride this roller coaster to a strong recovery. First, I want to talk about shifting, or consumers are shifting to digital first commerce, no matter what they are buying. With consumers spending significantly more time at home, e-commerce has become a necessary channel to keep economies alive. E-commerce growth has outpaced face-to-face commerce, with approximately 50% year-on-year growth of the number of the first-time e-commerce users as a new segment of the population adopted the channel for necessity. More than a third of merchants in KSA, 38%, reported that they had acquired an e-commerce platform as a direct result of COVID-19 impact. And the majority are optimistic that consumers' use of online services will grow after the pandemic ends. In fact, 80% of merchants in Saudi have said they are already predicting an increase in use after the COVID crisis. E-grocery startups, apps offered by supermarket chains and food delivery services in Saudi have seen their businesses boom. For example, around March this year, a large supermarket or a supermarket chain, Bin Dawood Holding, which has 2 e-commerce platforms that are connected to their respective supermarket and hypermarket chains, so its average sales on a 10-day basis increased by 200% because of pandemic, while its average order value rose by 50% and app installation by 400%. Another example is Na'na. Na'na said it has expanded capacity 3-fold following a surge in demand associated with COVID-19. So clearly, consumers and merchants love the seamless experience of paying online with card, phones, watches. As a payment industry, we need to make sure that online customer experience goes smoothly and goes convenient and secure as the face-to-face. In our experience, consumers often abandon online shopping carts. Just 1 second. Because of shopping carts because of authentication delays or failures. And those who abandon their carts purchase from other sites using the latest EMV 3D secure specification that leverages fraud detection intelligence to verify cardholders' identity and block unauthorized transactions. So that's the first point. or the first trend that we've seen. The second one is contactless payments experience. We see consumers demanding ways to pay that are safer and avoid unnecessary physical contact, such as contactless payments. According to Visa's impact tracker, 2/3 of Saudi consumers, around 66%, said that COVID-19 has led to their first online grocery shopping experience, while 59% made their first online purchases from pharmacies. A preference for contactless payments is also seen at point of sale, where consumers are increasingly looking to use contactless cards and digital credentials on their mobile devices. So going back to contactless, 8 out of 10 transactions in Saudi are already made using contactless cards or devices. According to the impact tracker, and this is definitely set to grow rapidly, contactless penetration has already spiked, especially in the GCC, reaching over 80% in Saudi. Sellers that still use cash on delivery as the primary mode of payment will need to swiftly implement a contactless consumer journey to survive. Tools and resources to help drive traffic are also huge. To help small sellers reliant on physical presence on consumers and those with limited or no digital presence. In partnership with governments, we have raised contactless limits. It used to be 100 riyal, we've raised it to 300 riyal, where we're allowing consumers tap to pay for larger transactions and larger purchases. Streamlining payment processes through provision of the latest digital technologies in one area where financial institutions can help small businesses. So I've mentioned about the first one, the digital aspect of it. The second one is contactless. The third one is what we call commercial cards or commercial products. So COVID-19 has disrupted practically every aspect of life and business, and B2B payments is no exception. The pandemic has made digitization of these processes of critical importance to the efficiency, if not actual survival of businesses. Usually, retailers often deal with many suppliers and vendors, and we have solutions to digitize those payments to enable a quicker, more secure, and easier process. We are working with our banks and fintech partners in KSA to support businesses across different levels, from SMEs to large corporates, to improve the cash flow, to improve process efficiency, working capital, and also drive financial inclusion. Also, government is an important partner for Visa in this space. Some of the projects we're working on with banks and governments includes Ministry of Finance issuing travel and entertainment card for government employees, Ministry of Housing working on petty cash solutions for Ministry of Housing purchases and expenses. So it is across all government sectors depending on their need and depending on their requirement and the requirement in terms of payment. Ultimately, in the kingdom, we see great opportunity to support businesses and government in digitizing commercial payments that not only will help support their own efficiencies and growth, but will also help contribute to the overall recovery of the national economy. So that's the third one, which is commercial products. The last one, we're talking about partnerships. And when I say talking about partnerships are becoming the best way forward for businesses, small and large, to recover and thrive. Given how consumer behavior has been impacted by COVID-19, we need to help businesses of all sizes get online quickly and easily to ensure a great, smooth and secure and frictionless experience. Partnership will be critical to achieve this important goal. Recover In order to enable e-commerce as industry, we need to support businesses of all sizes to get online. And Visa can help acquirers with our suite of products built around our payment gateway, which is CyberSource. Recover merchant campaigns and data. Merchant campaigns, we're launching several initiatives in MENA to support local economies recover and thrive by linking consumers to neighboring businesses while promoting local and thoughtful shopping. Examples of merchants we've partnered with which include Souk, Namshi, Na'na, Noon, Kareem, Shop and Ship, and other local retailers like Kamal Jamjoom group brands. That's on the merchant campaigns. When it goes to data and analytics, in a rapid changing and dynamic environment, data insights can all allow the informed, agile decisions needed. We have data analytics products that enables immediate access to insights on how COVID-19 is affecting business and helps client make better, almost real-time data-based decisions. We have also leveraged our data analytics capabilities to support merchants in uplifting their e-commerce business and building strategies to increase revenue. That's on the recover part. On the thrive part, the role of government is crucial going forward. In KSA, Visa have partnered with the Social Development Bank, where we've launched together Where You Shop Matters campaign to support more merchants in building their digital presence. We also have a long-standing partnership with Saudi Payments and the MEDA team on our annual Stay Secure campaign to educate consumers on the benefits of digital payments. So we covered 4 areas. Building up on that, the pandemic has pushed companies of all shapes and sizes and across all sectors to transform at record-breaking speed and with few resources, proving that the process did not require the many years or massive budgets that likely caused many businesses leaders to lag in making the investment. Everyone can do this, and we all have to prepare to rapidly reimagine and revise our models and ways of working within our businesses and together with the wider community. While all the forced transformations and the shifts in consumer behavior present challenges, they also present enormous opportunities for all of us, including small businesses. These businesses account for more than 90% of businesses worldwide. And the global economic recovery and job creation is critically dependent on their ability to sustain. Having hopefully painted a clear picture of the current landscape, I would like to close with a few recommendations to help our partners and SMEs in Saudi and their efforts to drive digital commerce. Sorry, guys, I'm sure if I face technical, please raise your hand. Technical issues. Drive e-commerce. As I mentioned earlier, so the recommendations to help support our partners, first one is the Drive e-commerce. As I mentioned earlier, this channel is keeping economies alive. Therefore, we need to encourage industry standards that will improve consumer confidence and better integrate Saudi digital commerce with the global economy. Drive e-commerce across all channels, across all retailers, given small, big, or large. That's one. Second one, drive contactless. Consumers are demanding this technology. We need to enable it. It's tap to pay. Build merchant capacity through training and educate consumers on the security of technology to drive acceptance and support adoption. Support businesses in all sizes. Accelerate at SMEs with low-cost mobile point of sale, terminals, soft POS. There is opportunity to leverage existing mobile phones, improve how money is transferred, enable B2B, and increase inbound payment flows by enabling remittances. Underpinning everything in what we do is security. Security is the main and integral part of this. Therefore, partner with central bank to promote transparency and improve information sharing regarding threats, vulnerabilities, and controls between government and private industry, between government agencies, and between the government of different nations. And let me end with this. Visa's study found that 8 out of 10, around 82% of small businesses owners in Saudi Arabia are anxious about their future. If ever there was a time for us all to collaborate and help one another grow, it is now. As a company that enables digital payments at more than 61 million merchant locations around the world, Visa has been working closely with small and micro businesses to help them bounce back from their adverse financial impact of COVID-19. We are all truly in this together, and I'd like to point everyone to our small business hub, COVID-19 impact tracker, and our Where Your Shop Matters campaign to take advantage of all the assistance available. It is impacting us all. We are all into this. We are all working towards giving the convenient solutions to consumers and to partners and to entities around the globe and in Saudi. I want to thank you all for this opportunity to be with you all, and I wish this event all the success it deserves.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali. I have very interesting questions for you, and we do have 4 minutes, so we'll keep 2 minutes per question. The first question is, how is the hospitality segment, like cafes and restaurants, responding to the electronic payments in KSA?
So when you say hospitality or restaurants versus electronic, or versus, you mean digitization of payments? Today, in Saudi Arabia, most of the restaurants, even restaurants that dependent on face-to-face interaction, have introduced or was part of an app where they deliver the food to your home. So delivery options, I think in most restaurants now, is an integral part of their business. Even in some cases, in some restaurants, what they've done, they told you, even if you want to cook it at home, we will deliver it with all the ingredients so you can cook it at home at your ease. So restaurants with the COVID-19 have transformed into digital. Even to add into this, there is some applications in Saudi where restaurants that do not have a delivery, they are building up on top of them. So they are enrolling in these apps. We're helping them to deliver the goods or deliver the food at homes or for home deliveries.
All right. Okay. The next question is QR mode of payment already in usage in KSA?
QR, Saudi Payments is working on an infrastructure that will be launched soon, where following the global standard and the EMV standards, QR code will be implemented. Today, even there is some already fintech players that provide these services on a closed loop network. Later in the year or beginning in the mid FY, let's say 21, this solution will be launched and will be offered in Saudi. It's part of the plan.
All right. I think we have time for, we have 2 minutes, so we have time for one more question. And this is a very interesting one. Do you think extreme digitization and more digital channels in such a short time span could open to security vulnerabilities?
Look, it comes hand on hand. So today, with the security measures that we have in place, we are working with partners to make sure these transactions or these payments are going smoothly in a very secured way. Today, there is fraud happening even sometimes in face-to-face. So it's not the case moving to digitization will increase fraud in any case. So working with our partners throughout different programs, throughout different security measures, it is similar to what is today in the face-to-face.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali. There are a couple of very interesting questions more, but we're running out of time. So I would request if I will send you the link, and you can answer these questions in the question and answer chat box. So I'll send these questions to you, and then we can take the questions and answer from all the audiences. All the delegates who have logged in, I want to request that you join the next session now. And thank you very much, Mr. Ali, for extremely relevant start of the Saudi edition for the DigiPay. And the next session is the first panel of the day, the big payment debate, a very pertinent question in today's time. Attendees, please log in and join the next session by clicking the Join Session tab. Thank you very much, Mr. Ali. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
I will send you the questions. Thank you very much.